if they really wanted to. The all-in, I think, is a little bit dicey. Squids never tend to do very well in all-ins because it's so hard to maintain their engines for longer than like half a minute.
Well, and also, I mean, any engagement they make, the goldfish is going to have to stay at a farther distance than the squid. So, like, they're going to be charging into a 2v1 kind of by default. So they have to be careful about that and pick their attack timing very carefully.
Let's go ahead and get into the match right now. First off, for 404, we have the Tension, a goldfish being piloted by Eldon Ningle. It is a blender fish with the carronade on the front, Banshee on the port side, and Flamethrower on the starboard. They are also running the Gretchen, a Pyramidion being piloted by Log Halley. This is Artemis Mercury on the front, with Mine Launcher and Flare on the port.
And on the blue team, we have the wings or the watch of Daedalus. We have a squid El Muid Campeador the Fifth, piloted by Vom Act. It is a squid with a Gatling front, Banshee side, rear mine launcher, and of course Lumberfish. Fish Smash piloted by Owie Fox. As these teams are now engaging.
Yeah, we gotta do this quick. Gretchen already taking quite a bit of damage from that squid. Gatling going out. If the armor gets stripped one more time, that'll bring him down very, very low. Kerosening back, but the Gretchen doesn't have much engines to work with, I don't think, and the Banshee gonna rip right through that hull.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, in the lobby, I was talking about how the goldfish, or the lumberfish and the squid sort of had this, like, range disparity. One has to go long range, one has to go short. But I didn't notice that the red team's got that same dynamic with their heavy carronade fish and sniper Pyramidion, so they actually falling to that sort of that same weakness as the squid, just goes after the Pyra.
In a way, yeah. Fish Smash backing up right now. Tension was taking out the front gun, but the El Muid coming right around behind him. Armor comes back up very quickly, but the squid looks like it should be able to keep arcs. Throws out Tar even. Boy, howdy, that was a really good tar. Gonna send the Tension, force them down even farther. Between the Lumberjack and this squid, I think they should be able to bring down the Tension. Or not. Carronade goes into the engines in the balloon.
Yeah, Campador actually using this is Puppy First strat from way back in I want to say on Valen Conflict was the tournament he first used this. Another one of the original Overwatch pilots. He reverses into the enemy ship with the squid, tars them, and then dumps mines behind him that the target ship won't be able to see or avoid.
Yeah, and it didn't work quite so well that time because the balloon on the Tension was popped, but looks like that's not going to deter them at all. El Muid staying on the Tension continually getting their balloon popped by the nice vertical arcs of that Lumberjack. The El Muid may be looking for a mine here. Yep,
yeah,
there it is. It's coming out, lands very close, it lands. Tension's armor very low. One engine out, they burnt a little bit of moonshine. Gretchen coming in to try and save them. Artemis and Merc should be pretty good against the engine column of the squid.
True. There's still a lot of tar coming in, so Gretchen's going to have to be careful about pursuing. I'm thinking El Muid probably will be able to rise up. Well,
no, this Artemis and Merc is staying in really good arcs. The balloon of the squid was heavily damaged by the Tension and is continuing to get popped. The Lumberjack is not going to be able to help nearly enough, I don't think.
Yeah, and it's tough to say who has spots, because as far as I know, that's still bugged.
No, it's
so
not. Not anymore.
Okay, so those show correctly on the map now.
Yes, everyone is spotted right now.
Ooh, some nice Lumberjack hits going in on the Gretchen.
Yeah. Not the target they need, though. The El Muid actually may be able to get out of here. Flamethrower going out, they bump a rock. Oh, no. Flamethrower going to completely rip them apart.
Oh.
That's a flamer kill.
Yeah, almost got away. I mean, a beautiful tar from the Overwatch squid. Just Gretchen taking a ton of damage. Everything's going down, giving maybe Fish Smash an opportunity to kind of escape here. I mean, that is one thing. It's hard to pursue a Lumberjack Goldfish if they start the fight with an altitude advantage. Obviously, because your balloon is getting damaged, it makes it more difficult to rise up. Although it looks like Gretchen might be able to get on even altitude. Then Fish Smash might have a little bit of a problem.
Maybe Fish Smash turning. Lumberjack's going to be in arming time. They do have Loch Nagar, so if they need to, they can, but that Lumberjack is going to get disabled over and over again. Fish Smash is in trouble, but the El Muid now respawned, coming around behind the Gretchen, And Gatling going into the engine column, that's not what they need, though. They're not worried about the engines. This Pyramidion is long range. Instead, they really need to load that into the hull, and they're going to get it. Lumberjack going to help as well. Ram goes out, does a little bit of damage. Squid's not that heavy, so just going to send the Gretchen off on their merry way.
Yeah, they definitely have to be careful about the tension coming up behind them. However, I was going to say I'd like to see some lumberjack shots on the goldfish, and that is what we're seeing here.
9. Ooh. Not quite. Tension coming around behind the El Muid. If it can close distance, it'll be able to pop the balloon, but Lumberjack gonna zone him out hard. Tension may be able to coast in here above the battleship. Do they have... No, they do not have drogue shoot, so this could be dangerous, but they are able to close distance on the El Muid.
Yeah, this is a bad split for the blue team, because the Lumberjack is going to be continually disabled by the Artemis Merc on the Gretchen, and the Campador, if they lose their balloon, they're going to also be sitting ducks to this heavy carronade blender. So what I'm expecting is the blue team they're going to try to maybe disengage their targets and meet up again. Maybe try to double up on the Gretchen.
Fish smash. Maybe in trouble. It's trying to hit Lumberjack shots on the Gretchen, but they have Lesmok loaded in, and it's not popping. This is horrible for them. Most of that did not do any damage at all. In the meantime, the El Muid having trouble with the tension. Right now, 404 looking to be the ones with the advantage in this engagement, despite the disparity in hull.
Yes, certainly. I mean, Fishmash is backing off. Looks like he's going to give a little bit of assistance to his ally.
Yeah, he's able to. When the Gretchen is too low, it's not going to be able to land anything because of the poor upward arcs of the Mercury and Artemis. However, it has managed to come back in, and it's going to move in on the Fish Smash. They just want to deal with that Lumberjack, make sure it's not going to be a problem. But now the tension has been dropped down low by that Lumberjack. Great split fire from Watch over Daedalus. And now the El Muid is in a really good position to take down the armor and the hull of the Gretchen. It's down at half perma. Banshee comes out a little bit early, but it is able to pop the armor on it. And a nice big clip, almost able to pick up the kill. Gatling gonna finish off that one.
Yeah, that's definitely an example of how going into a fight with such a whole whole health disparity against the other team can be just such a huge disadvantage. Even if everything else is totally functional, because I mean your armor's gonna go down eventually, and how long you stay alive is how long you're returning fire to the other team. So if you only have 5% perma hull, you're just gonna have a few seconds and then poof.
Tension able to back up here very low on permahull, and that is the real defensive power of a goldfish. Its armor is awful, but its hull is sizable. It's going to be dangerous for this next engagement. It's not a lumberfish, it's a carrowfish. It's got to get in there, but when a goldfish brawls, it's almost a guarantee that the armor is going to go down at some point.
Yes, certainly, and it's so easy that the Banshee is like... You might say it's the lightest of the light weapons because it's just it turns so quickly. It has just great arcs, and when you're at such a low health, it only takes 1 or 2 shots, and that you can get that in so easily with the Banshee.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not entirely sure what 404 can do in this next engagement. It's going to be tough. The Gretchen is going to have to get some excellent disables before 404 can make anything happen. Step 1, I think, is going to be taking out that Lumberjack. Shouldn't be too hard for the Mercury. They've shown that they have a propensity for aiming for that front gun despite the slim profile of that Goldie.
Yeah,
but
Gretchen's
the El Muid is going to be the real problem, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have Gretchen taking point, which, obviously a little questionable being the long range of the two, but they're also the one with full health, so
yeah.
In that sense, it does make sense. They're being a little bit careful. I imagine when they get a little closer, you see the tension now. Tension's going to be pulling forward. But yeah, they have to be very careful.
I don't think they have a choice having the long-range ship out front here, just because of that. Now the tension going in. He's going to be bold. And it looks like the El Muid isn't quite going to go for it yet. Fish Smash taking quite a bit of damage, and it looks like the El Muid is going to be pressured into going after the Gretchen instead. Yeah, nice moves from 404.
Gretchen wasn't spotted there. I think that was the issue. Fish Smash
Yeah.
tried to take out their balloon, but just wasn't able to.
Now they're spotted. El Muid going in hard. Gatling going into the armor. Not quite able to take it out. It's going to take one more. Armor goes down on the El Muid. Not a big issue. Going to take just a little bit of damage as the tension loads Carronade in. The tension now revealing itself. Tar goes out, however, and I think that's going to break any sort of engagement here. The El Muid should be able to get out of here. And this split is really bad for 404. Great Tar as well.
Yeah, although one of the issues with the Tar is it actually knocked out the spots for their team, so Fish Smash was out of the fight for a few crucial seconds there.
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Which means Squid actually has to retreat.
Giving the Gretchen time to repair as well. Tension now trying to get back in here, but it's sort of limping. And the Lumberjack comes out. The El Muid says, all right, here we go. Quick kill. This is the engagement that 404 did not want. El Muid being scared.
I don't know. I think... Well, I don't know. I mean, if they have the Squid running away from them, I think that's a good position for 404 because blue team's going to rely on that Squid for their killing power, whereas both the red ships do have the possibility of killing it close or long range individually.
Yeah, let me rescind that. It was good. It would have been good if the Squid was facing the Goldie. Ooh, Mercury going to come out. Takes out the Gatling, going to buy them some precious time, and in fact, the Gretchen's going to do a fair bit of damage, but now the Squid going to the blind spot of the Gretchen.
Oh, look at Gretchen just jamming on that Phoenix Claw.
Just jam it in.
Yeah, but Tension actually able to get some good heavy Caro shots to peel that Squid off.
Yeah, Tension doing a really good job of running defense for the Gretchen. Gretchen still has not taken any permahull damage, and the El Muid is getting out of here, being forced to throw out Tar. He's running away, damaged, and at about 1/3 permahull. Not the way that the Watcher over Daedalus wanted to come out of that engagement. I feel like they had the advantage, and they weren't able to use it.
Yeah, and they're not... Interesting targeting going on here by the Gretchen. Actually, Gretchen had Fish Smash's whole armor down, but then decided to refocus on the Squid. I'm not sure why.
They don't want to drop the... They don't want to drop the kill. El Muid coming in now on the tension. As soon as that armor drops, Fluffy Hecha is going to run that Banshee right into the hull, and that's going to be soon. Here we go. Buffs up. Doesn't even need it. Between the balloon pop and grinding against the ground and the Gatling damage, it's just way too much.
Yeah, Gretchen now. It's going to be interesting to see where Red Team decides to spawn. I imagine it will depend on how quickly the Gretchen goes down, if they're able to hold their own for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. Because they're actually, Gretchen is backing into one of the spawn points, 4404. So they have the potential to maybe catch this. Yep, there you see it. The Squid is actually potentially in a lot of trouble here if the Gretchen manages to stay alive.
Gonna take a minute for everyone to get on the guns of the tension, but yep, just a little bit too long. Buffed Banshee does a ton of damage.
Yeah, now Tension has to get this kill on the Squid. And the Squid's pretty low, so that seems likely.
Yeah, the El Muid ground itself up against the ground a little bit. And they're able to just whiz by the tension. Throws out Tar to deter any sort of engagement. But the tension doesn't have buffs on its engines yet. It's eating Lumberjack. There's no way it's going to be able to chase. Gets behind a mountain, but it's going to be stuck there for a little bit. Gretchen spawns in, but it's right next to the El Muid.
Yeah, Tension going for that ram. I guess they were just more worried about dying to that Lumberjack, so they darted behind cover, but now it's both the blue ships against them, and
Gretchen getting good arcs. Fish Smash now in a lot of trouble. Tension losing balloon, but they should be able to deal with it okay. Yep, they're going to be fine. They're going to rise up. Fish Smash, no way can do anything about any of this. Gretchen going to be able to pick up the kill pretty easy, I think, here. Armor drops. Artemis gets the kill.
Yeah, when you've got those sniper weapons just knocking out your engines, there's not much you can do about it.
Nope. Not really. Tension and Gretchen.
So now we actually finally have the map kind of reset. Red Team's able to clear blue out of their spawn, so they'll have a chance to have a true re-engagement, because we sort of see the last kind of sequence of kills going back and forth as Red continued to respawn. But now both teams will have a chance to kind of collect themselves, decide on a new angle of attack, potentially, which is blue team spawning very far away from each other.
Yeah, this is a really big split. Was not expecting this. Fish Smash. I think they want to try to run the Lumberfish as a really long-range build, but with the Squid going in there against Artemis Merc, which is so dangerous, and Karenade, which is even worse, that's bold. This Lumberjack needs to do as much as possible.
Yeah, it looks like Squid's they're just gonna regroup.
Okay.
Maybe just weird, like spawn, like a communication issue.
Maybe. Not a big deal with the Squid there. Lumberjack gonna come out. Tension is in arc. It is spotted. Lumberjack going way wide, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And there
tough.
it goes. Lumberjack down. I get the feeling this Lumberfish is just going to be out of the fight for a long time. Now the Squid trying to come in. Tension guarding the Gretchen as the Gretchen continues to load fire in on the Fish Smash.
Yeah, Fish Smash is gonna have to dial in some nice hits here if they want. I mean, they're gonna have to take down some of these balloons and get 404 off of the Squid. Although, a nice
No,
tar.
it's fine. That tar's going to do it. That's the whole. That's why they brought the tar, is to stop the Karenade fish from chasing them. But that does mean the Squid is going to be out of this fight for a while, and the Fish Smash is very, very vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this route of retreat from the Fish Smash. He's actually flying right past the front of the red. Oh, I see. Fish Smash is bait. Squid's actually coming up behind the 404s, although taking quite a bit of damage in the process. So Squid is going to have to get one of these kills because they are in fact on match point. So as long as, even if the Fish Smash dies, as long as the Squid's able to get a kill, blue team will win.
Yeah, but what target? Both the Gretchen and Tension are at full permahull. They're constantly using tar to try to get out of the fight, and the Fish Smash continues to take damage.
Yeah, and Tension actually able to just kind of knock the Squid out completely, just disabling their balloon. And as the Fish Smash continues to take more damage, the Squid, the timing window of the Squid getting that final
Body
kill.
block. Nice block. Goes into the balloon of the Fish Smash, but more importantly, it stops the momentum. El Muid coming in here trying to stop the Gretchen. Bumps its own ally, in fact. Not going to do any damage, but the Gretchen may be in a little bit of trouble here. Armor's burning. Armor will drop fairly soon, but the Banshee's on a very long reload. I don't think that the Gatling and Banshee damage is going to match up. Gretchen continuing to put damage down on the Fish Smash, even as the Squid is on it, and it loses so much permahull. The Tension not quite able to get the Squid off, may not be in time, and the Banshee is able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, kind of interesting strategies or team compositions from both sides. Although Lumberjack Squid coming out on top, who would have guessed?